Amit Zas, we have on the dais Chairperson of the Delimitation Commission, Justice Ranjana Prakash Desai, Chief Election Commissioner of India, Shri Sushil Chandraji, who is a member of the Delimitation Commission, and State Election Commissioner, Shri K.K. Sharma, also a member of the Delimitation Commission. We are also joined by Deputy Election Commissioner, Shri Chandrabhushan Kumar, and Chief Election Officer here, Shri Ridesh Kumar. मैं परिसीमन आयोग की अध्यक्षा जस्टिस देसाई से अनुरोध करूंगी कि वे अपनी ओपनिंग रिमार्क से आरंभ करें और सीईसी चीफ चंद्रा परिसीमन आयोग की 6 जुलाई से यहां हुई मीटिंग्स का ब्यौरा बताएं। तत्पश्चात हम आपके सवाल ले पाएंगे। मैडम, may kindly address the press conference.
Good morning to all of you, and I welcome you to this press conference. It's our privilege to be part of this historic exercise in delimitation. As part of the Delimitation Commission, we are really overwhelmed by the participation of various stakeholders in large numbers who provided qualitative input during our interactions. We are here for about 3 days now, and we have interacted with them, and we have taken note of their suggestions, their views, and we will definitely consider all this, their representations as well as whatever they have expressed to us. As you know, delimitation is a constitutional mandated exercise, and we collectively have been tasked with this onerous work, which we are confident of completing after following due process as laid down in the law. This is our first visit to the UT, and I assure you, it is not our last. We will have to come again to interact with many more. This process of consultation is a complex exercise, and this commission will take all necessary steps to continue this engagement. This occasion, let me place on record the support and assistance extended by the UT administration and all the concerned officers in making this visit successful. We acknowledge the active participation from all the political parties at Srinagar, Jammu, Anantnag and Kishtwar where we went, and all the DOs and their teams, all of officials facilitated this exercise. As usual, media has been a great support in creating a conducive environment for this process. Lastly, let me thank the Chief Electoral Officer of the UT in putting everything in place for this visit. Now I will request my esteemed colleague, Honorable Chief Election Commissioner, Sri Sushil Chandra, to brief you on the process delimitation.
Honorable Chairperson, Justice Desai, my colleague Honorable Sharma, State Election Commissioner, and all the friends from media. The delimitation is a complex exercise, but an electoral democracy must perform it periodically to fulfill the requirement of territorial representation. And our constitution envisages that. Jammu and Kashmir has a long history of delimitation. In 1951, the then state was having 100 seats as delimited by the Delimitation Committee. 25 of these seats were for POJK. However, first full-fledged Delimitation Commission was formed in 1981, which would submit its recommendations after 14 years in 1995. And it was based on 1981 census. Thereafter, no census had taken place. No delimitation. In 2020, the Delimitation Commission was constituted to carry out exercise on the basis of census 2011 as per section 62 of the Jammu and Kashmir Act 2019. That is the last available census. And with the mandate to add 7 more seats in the UT and ST seats were also to be provided. The Delimitation Act 2002 provides the manner of this process. Honorable Supreme Court in its judgment said that delimitation is not a mere mathematical exercise. We can't do on the table talk. It must reflect the political aspiration of a societal bound by geography and different topography. As per Section 44 of the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, it is very clear that 24 seats in the Legislative Assembly of Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir shall remain vacant and shall not be taken into account for reckoning the total number of the Assembly. And the said area and the seats shall be excluded in delimiting the territorial constituencies provided under Part 5 of the Act. Section 61 of the Jammu and Kashmir Act 2019 also specifies the number of seats to be reserved for the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes in the Legislative Assembly having regard to the relevant proposed provisions and constitution. This is the first time under this Act that the seats will have to be provided to the scheduled tribes also. In determining these matters, the Commission shall have regard to the following provision, namely, all the constituencies shall be single member constituencies. All constituencies shall, as far as practically be geographically compact areas. And in delimiting them, regard shall have to be made to physical features as distinct boundaries of the administrative units, facilities of communication, and convenience to the public. Meaning thereby that the delimitation will have to be done on the census of 2011. And having regard to the census, the four factors will also have to be considered, which I have mentioned just now. While the current commission was constituted on 6th March 2020, the third member, Mr. S. K. Sharma, the State Election Commissioner, could join only on December 2020. And also COVID situation delayed some work of the delimitation commission. During this period, however, the commission started data collection and map collection related to districts, Tehsil, Patwar, Algas. The Chief Electoral Officer of Jammu and Kashmir provided all the details of census 2011, which have also been collected from Registrar General. The commission also invited associate members. This commission, besides our chairperson and two members, has got 5 associate members. And the commission also invited associate members for a meeting on the 2021, which was participated by 2 members only. Meanwhile, series of interactions happened with the deputy commissioners, DOs, for collection of inputs concerning data, map, and specific concerns related to the delimitation. The delimitation commission had virtual meetings with all the DOs and the deputy commissioners of Jammu and Kashmir regarding the concerns and regarding the data verification. After going through the data and input provided by the DOs, DCs, some important issues related to domestic administrative matters have been discussed. During this visit, the commission has been provided more feedback. Some of these are, which I would like to share with you, that in 1995, there were 12 districts, which has gone up to 20 now. At that time, when the last delimitation was done, it was only 12 districts, and now the number of districts have gone to 20. Number of tehsils have gone up from 58 to 270. In 12 districts, constituency boundaries are extended beyond district limit. 88 tehsils are distributed in more than 1 district. So there is an overlapping of the districts as well as the tehsils in the constituencies. Even some Patwari circles are also distributed in more than 1 district. Even one village is also divided in more than 1 district. All such facts indicate that public face inconvenience on ground due to such anomalies. Thereafter, the Commission also decided to visit Jammu and Kashmir for first-hand ascertaining appreciation of data and the concerns of all stakeholders. Since these 4 days, this is the 4th day that we are here in Jammu and Kashmir, the Commission not only visited 4 different locations but also offered opportunities to various sections of the society, besides local bodies, representatives, NGOs, civil society organizations recognized and recognized. We had meetings at Srinagar, we had meetings in Pahalgam, we also had meetings in Kishtwar, and we had meetings in Jammu. And in Srinagar and Jammu, both the places the commission had meetings up to 10:30 p.m. because of overwhelming response from various organizations. The commission had more than 290 groups of the people, including organized political parties, registered parties, local bodies, civil society, and these groups of 290 groups were consisting of something around 800 persons. So during these 3 days, the commission had met more than 290 groups, comprising of something around 800 persons in person we have met. That shows the overall response and the overall response of the stakeholders in this exercise. The commission heard from all the groups in person. Some of the important points which these groups have made, because we have heard in person, they have made, we came to know certain board inputs given by them. Number one, they are quite happy to participate in the delimitation process. First time people from ground have been given an opportunity to put forward their views in delimitation. Many persons have traveled quite a long distance when they are going to this part. We found that a person must come from very long distance and came to give us. And that state faces a large number of administrative overlap activities, which most people in inconvenience. Because in one constituency, having 2 districts, then the persons are absolutely at a difficulty to reach the collectors or the MLAs or the neighborhood. Tribals are for the first time given their opinion. They felt that it was really a very good step, and they also put their lot of views as to how this ST reservation is to be done. Difficult terrain in some districts was not acknowledged in earlier days, because many persons are living in a very difficult terrain in their areas and they informed to the commission that their problems and difficulties were not acknowledged by the commission. Low population is to be the main criteria for the delimitation, but attention must be given to geographical compactness, topographical difficulties, communication challenges, and the public convenience. It was also requested by various groups who had come from a different topography and the geography. Some groups demanded reservations specific communities and groups also. This visit of the commission was to ascertain the ground realities of the unit. As I told you that it is not a theoretical exercise, it is not a mathematical exercise. It was to know the genuine concerns of the public, to know the genuine difficulties faced by the public and in the delimitation process. This delimitation is being done after almost 26 years. Taking all these into account, the different demands and the representation of the persons, a draft will be prepared. After we have heard so many groups and the persons, a draft of the delimitation will be prepared. Inputs of the associate members who are part of the commission will also be taken before draft is made public. Thereafter, draft recommendations will be put in public domain for comments. This is a very important thing which I would like to share with the media, that after hearing all these persons and after hearing the associate members also, a draft will be prepared which will be put in the public domain for their comments or their concerns on that particular thing. And only after seeing all that the comments on that particular draft, the final draft will be prepared. So the opportunity will be given to the public at large to lodge their objections again on a draft which we will be sending, will be making, and again then only then the things will be finalized. So our purpose of the commission is to take view of all stakeholders in this particular exercise. This should be with all views which are possible on this issue. Only then we will be in a position to finalize the draft. The Commission also had meeting with Chief Secretary of the UT today in the morning, and we have directed him to nominate one officer, not to the rank of ADC, to work as a nodal officer for the work of delimitation under the supervision of the DC. So that if a person is required still now to give some suggestion, if they want to give some information on the delimitation, they can submit their memorandum, they can submit their representation to that nodal officer, and by the evening this will be finalized, that who will be the nodal officer in the office of the DC, and that will also be communicated, the representation will be communicated to the Delimitation Commission for its consideration. So our purpose is that everyone who feels like to give any suggestions on this issue should give it to us. They can also send their suggestion directly to the Secretary. And because we have visited so many persons, we have met so many persons, still if some more persons want to give suggestions, they are most welcome, and they should give it to the nodal officer or to the Commission directly. And the Commission will definitely examine all the representations which are coming. Despite unprecedented pandemic, our work has gathered pace. With the support of all the people of UT of Jammu and Kashmir, we are sure to complete the delimitation process in fair, transparent and judicious manner. This will be very fair and transparent, that we can assure. We once again thank the people of the UT for overwhelming response during these 4 days. I also, on behalf of the Commission, thank the media present here at Jammu and virtually from again. I thank a lot. Thanks to all of you who have come here and gave me a chance to collect proper hearing on this issue. And our all three members, Honorable Justice Desai, Mr. Sharma, who is the State Election Commissioner, and the Chief Electoral Officer of our state, Mr. Dej, they will always be ready for any suggestions, any concern to understand and to take their views in the delimitation. Thank you once again.
We'll be able to take in a few questions now. I request you, आपसे मैं इधर से शुरू करती हूँ, मैं ग्रेजुअली लूँगी। अपने सवाल पूछने से पहले अपना नाम और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बताएं। पहली रो से लीजिए।
मैडम, मेरा सवाल आपसे है, आप लोग
कृपया अपने मोबाइल फोन प्लीज साइलेंट मोड पर कर दें।
मैडम, मेरा सवाल आपसे है, आप जम्मू कश्मीर में पहली बार आए, राजनीतिक दलों से आपने मुलाकात की, तकरीबन सभी राजनीतिक दल आए, लेकिन पीडीपी जो है वो इस बार आपसे मिलने के लिए नहीं आए। उन्होंने कहा कि हम इस प्रोसेस से अलग रहेंगे। इसको आप किस तरह देखते हैं, और जो बाकी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज का आपको सपोर्ट मिला या कई ने आपके सामने ग्रीवेंसेस भी रखे, उसको आप किस तरह देखते हैं? दो सवाल।
Sir, I would request you to.
सर, ये माइक पीछे करवा देंगे, मैम का फेस कवर हो रहा है माइक पीछे। माइक पीछे करवा दीजिए प्लीज। फिर ये बड़े माइक उठवा दीजिए प्लीज, यहाँ से उठवाई दीजिए प्लीज यहाँ से।
We can only interact.
उठा दो यार, उठा दो यार, फेस नहीं आ रहा
Who want to participate in the process. Those who do not want to participate, what we can say, we wish they all come. That's
And the second point we have said that all the political parties have come. We really welcome. We have come with an open mind. We have come to see the concerns of each and everyone. So we really welcome all the persons who have come, who have given their presentations, who have given their views. Because this is a historical exercise and a constitutional exercise. And we expected that everybody should come and give their suggestions on that.
मैं अगला सवाल श्रीनगर से ले लूँ, फिर आपको पास वापस आती हूँ। श्रीनगर से कोई
आवाज नहीं दे रहा है, अपना माइक कर दीजिए।
श्रीनगर में आवाज
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead. अपना नाम बताएं, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बताएं।
ऑडियो चाहिए सर, ऑडियो तो आ रही है, कर देते हैं सर।
Well, I am Hakeem Irfan. I am a journalist with Economic Times newspaper. Ma'am, I just wanted to say that a lot of parties from Kashmir, they have expressed concerns and fears that this delimitation commission will work at the behest of a particular political agenda. They have told you also, they have informed you that this is what they told us. So, what kind of assurances will you give to these kind of aspersions and these concerns from Kashmir?
I can only assure you, on behalf of myself and my colleagues here, that the exercise is going to be transparent by the letter of law, and I don't think anybody should have any fears. We are very confident that we'll finish this as per the letter of law and in the most transparent manner. Otherwise, we would not be coming and spending 3-4 days here talking to so many people.
अगला सवाल आप
I'm Tejinder Singh Suri and I represent CNN JD. The people in Jammu, they have a concern. They say that when the earlier delimitation was done, Kashmir Valley got more seats and Jammu was left with less seats. Now that you have a mandate to add 7 more seats, so can the people in Jammu expect that they will finally get some justice?
For us, Jammu and Kashmir is one unity. And as I told you, that the delimitation will be done on the census of 2011, but also considering the various features like the geographical compactness, the conveniences, public conveniences, accessibility, the communication facilities, and the topography of the various areas. So all these issues will be considered by the Commission, and in this regard, lot of representation have also been received. So we see as a Commission, we see it as a one unity. We do not, bifurcate at how much will go to Valley and how much will go to Jammu and Kashmir. But all the things will be done in a very transparent and all whatever criteria have been adopted by the Commission, that will be uniformly applicable to
सर पंकज शर्मा सर न्यूज़ 24 सर ऐसा है कि आप जम्मू और कश्मीर दोनों डिवीजन के डेलीगेशन से आप दोनों ने आपके सामने अपनी बातें रखी और जाहिर सी बात है कि दोनों के मुद्दे अलग अलग होंगे। आपके सामने बड़ी चुनौती है कि जो उन्होंने बातें रखी हैं उनको फुलफिल करना, ताकि कोई आप पे आरोप ना लगा सके कि भेदभाव हुआ है इस खिते के साथ। एक दूसरा, जो पीओके की सीट है उसको डिफीज करने की बात कही जा रही है। कुछ सीटें हैं जैसे कश्मीरी पंडित हैं, सिख समाज है, रिफ्यूजीज हैं, उनके लिए कुछ सीटों को रद्द करने की बात कही जा रही है। इसको लेकर क्या कहेंगे?
आपने तो एक सवाल में 3 सवाल पूछ लिए हैं। देखिए, पहला जो आपने कहा कि पीओके जे की सीट्स, ये जो हम लोगों का प्रावधान है, हम लोग जो डिलिमिटेशन एक्ट है उसके अंतर्गत कार्य कर रहे हैं, एंड जम्मू एंड कश्मीर रिऑर्गनाइजेशन एक्ट 2019. And as I told you that I have narrated the section 14 also in front of you, in which under the act it has been very clearly mentioned that 24 seats in the Legislative Assembly Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir shall remain vacant and shall not be taken into account for reckoning the total membership of the Assembly. And the said area and the seats shall be excluded in delimiting the territorial constituencies as provided under Part 5 of the Act. So they will remain, out of this purview of, and we will be doing the delimitation of 90 seats, which has been raised from 83 to 90, and we have to add 7 more constituencies in the Act.
अगला सवाल
सर फरीद क्लार्क एक मंच। सर, डीलिमिटेशन कमीशन का जो विजिट है, सेंसस को लेकर बहुत सारे सवाल जो उठाने जा रहे हैं। 2021 में जहां 2022 में सेंसस होने जा रहा है, वहीं 2011 के सेंसस पे आप डीलिमिटेशन कमीशन की सीट्स को जो है वो लेकर जा रहे हैं जम्मू कश्मीर। तो क्या डीलिमिटेशन कमीशन अगले साल तक इंतजार नहीं कर सकता था कि यहाँ पे जो आप सीट्स बढ़ा रहे हैं, तब जाके जो है वो उस नए सेंसस पर जो है वो सीट्स का उपहार?
देखिए, मैं इसमें आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि आपका जो जम्मू एंड कश्मीर का जो डिलिमिटेशन पिछला वाला हुआ है, 95 में हुआ है, वो किस सेंसस पर हुआ है? वो 1981 सेंसस पर हुआ है। जबकि पूरे मुल्क में जो डिलिमिटेशन हुआ है वो 2001 सेंसस का आधार पर हुआ है। यानी कि जम्मू एंड कश्मीर का जो डिलिमिटेशन है वो 1981 के आधार पर हुआ है, जिसको तो कितने साल हो चुके हैं? 41 साल हो चुके हैं। 2020 में जब कमीशन सेटअप किया गया, द लास्ट सेंसस व्हिच इज अवेलेबल इज 2011 सेंसस। So as per this act, the latest census which is available, the census will have to be conducted by that, and that is the mandate of delimitation commission.
We'll go back to Srinagar for the next question, please. Can you hear
My
me?
name is Nazim Masoodi. I work for NDTV. So my question is this. You said this commission was constituted in March 2020 and you visited here following this all-party meeting convened by the Prime Minister, where the Prime Minister said all the parties to participate in delimitation commission asked for the speedy completion of delimitation in Jammu and Kashmir before assembly elections are held. So then that raises the question that if it was just a constitutional requirement, you should have visited it or completed it before. And when it was happened, your visit happened in the wake of political call by the Prime Minister. So that is raising the question about what the concern about the gerrymandering. So how you are going to allege here that there would be no gerrymandering, it would be strictly based on the constitution and the census, nothing else.
It is, I can assure you that it is absolutely as per the constitutional mandate, and it is absolutely as per the act. Because of COVID, actually, we could not come early to Jammu and Kashmir, though a lot of work was being done. We had called the meeting of associate members, which was also done. We had met the representations who directly come to the commission, and we have collected all the data which was required for this, that is census and the basic authenticated apps. So the commission is doing its work. It is and regularly, because it was given initially a one year period, and that because of COVID it could not be completed, and an appointment of a state election commissioner, which was done in December. So now, once the COVID is over, we have started our work again. And we assure you, and as the chairperson has also assured in one of the questions, that it will be absolutely transparent process, and because of which we are left to hear, to know the views of all stakeholders, and that is why we have gone, to Srinagar, to Kishtwar, to Jammu, and the persons have given so many representations. We have had 290 groups comprising of something around more than 800 persons. So we have got cut out the task for that, and it has to be absolutely transparent. That I can assure.
अजय जंडियाल
समय सीमा को देखते हुए हम आखिरी सवाल यहाँ से
यहाँ अजय जंडियाल सर, अजय जंडियाल इंडिया न्यूज से हूँ सर। आपका यहाँ का जो दौर था वो हो चुका है, वापिस आप जाएंगे। जैसे आपने बताया कि अभी भी आपने फोरम को ओपन रखा है, सबमिशंस कुछ होंगी तो वो ले सकते हैं, पब्लिक को भी सुना जाएगा। कब तक आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं कि जो आपकी ये प्रक्रिया है पूरी हो जाएगी? क्योंकि 1.5 साल से ज्यादा हुआ है, लोग चाहते हैं कि इलेक्शन हो, पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज भी यही चाहती होंगी। कब तक आप एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं हो जाएंगी? और शर्मा साहब से एक सवाल है कि सर उसके बाद इलेक्शंस को कितना समय आप लग सकता है इसमें जम्मू कश्मीर?
देखिए, जो लोगों को अभी जो 1 साल का एक्सटेंशन दिया गया था कमीशन को बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड एंड अदर थिंग्स, एंड मार्च is the last date for us. We will try our level best to complete in the given time to us, because we have to take opinion and the concerns of all stakeholders, and that's why we are giving time also to consider those. And as soon as it is finalized and with the associate members' comments also, then it will be put in the public domain, and the commission will try its level best to complete this exercise within the time frame given to us.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Sir, ma'am, we are not given opportunity to ask. All the questions, sir. So I am going from the Pioneer. So my question is, must have gathered some sense whether political imbalance exists in Jammu and Kashmir because of previous delimitation commissions or not?
I could not follow the question.
The political imbalance exists, and what you are going to do to resolve this issue? You must have got the sense from meeting 290 delegations that there exists a political imbalance in the state of Jammu and Kashmir.
It is not a. I would say that commission is doing its work during the as per the Delimitation Act and as per the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act. We will do like that, and we have taken concerns of all the persons, and in view of the concerns given by to us, the commission will try to delimit the constituencies as per the mandate given to us.
I've been facing my attitude. I've been waiting. I think I'm Pradeep Datta from Times of TV channel.
My question to you, sir, I've got two questions. One, because everybody has been talking about 2011 census. When we talk about 2011 census, people say that everything was fudged, manipulated by the leadership at that point of time. Obviously, you must have gone through that. You must have seen that. Have you tried to rectify those things by trying to verify whatever data you collected from your district electoral officers? Because you had simultaneously meeting with DCs also, district electoral officers also. So, did you find any kind of indiscrepancies and you tried to rectify them? And second question is, a very serious kind of charges were leveled by PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti. She tried to sow seeds of suspicion in the minds of people also by saying that this, whatever exercise is being conducted, this is all pre-planned. Decision has already been taken and they neither have any legitimacy. This is totally unconstitutional. So what will be your message to such leaders? Because Prime Minister wanted each and every stakeholder to participate. He spelled agenda, development, delimitation, and also delimitation and also democracy. So what will be your message to those leaders and about 2011 census, budget and manipulation?
I am very happy that you had asked this question. If something could have been in our mind and something could have been decided early, then this commission would not have come here to know from the stakeholders. So I would like to say very clearly on this that nothing has been prepared so far. Nothing. And before starting our exercise, we want to have the views of all the persons. If we would have already done, there was no need to come. It would have been a table exercise and we would have done that. So through you also, I would like to communicate that these apprehensions in the mind of any person, if at all, that should go away. And Commission will do its work in absolutely very transparent manner and as per the constitutional mandate given to us. And that is why we are here, and that is why we have met around 800 persons from 290 groups, and we will try to come to consider those representations and how best we can consider them. So these apprehensions should absolutely go out of the mind.
And 2011 census?
That is our mandate given under the Delimitation Act, that the delimitation exercise will have to be based on 2011 census. So we are required to do that as per the given figures against the 2011.
But if you find any kind of a discrepancy,
nothing to that, because 2011 census has been given to us, and if anybody finds anything, then they can make any representation to the Registrar General of India that some mistake is there. Thank you.
Thank you so much for going. Thank you.
A question from Srinagar. A question from Srinagar.
Hello? Can you get one last customer number? I am okay.